Hey guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, and we are Super Kami Guru 9000, and this is our review of Naruto Chapter 634.
So our chapter this week opens up with all of our three main characters in their brand new summons standing together, basically reminding us again that this is like the symbolic return of the Sannin again. And interestingly enough, a lot of people were trying to say last week, so we pretty much know that that snake is new, we know that that's Gamakichi, but what about that slug? Well, the slug is actually Katsuyu, the same one that Tsunade used, so Sakura has essentially evolved fully into Tsunade at this point, aside from the fact that she doesn't have giant knockers. You have Sasuke, who has a brand new snake. A lot of people were like, is that Manga? No, it's not Manga at all. It looks completely different. It's a snake by the name of Aota. And he's a little bit smaller and a little bit quicker, it looks like. And I like his design overall. He definitely looks more of like a ninja snake. And I really, really like that. And that's probably just the design, like the cross hatches that are all over his body. But then you got Gamakichi, who's a lot more confident. He's smoking now, and he even has a sword. And so it's really awesome. So pretty much all the side characters, though, they're all kind of reacting the same way that we are, which is, whoa, it's the Sannin. That's awesome. So pretty cool stuff here, getting to actually see them all together. Let's see how they're actually going to fare against the Ten Tails.
Something I also found really entertaining is, like, all throughout this chapter, there's two references to Jugo. And you can just tell that, like, him and Sai and everyone, they just feel, like, so left out. There's, like, a subtle jealousy to Sasuke and Naruto being back together, and they're like, damn, we'll never be that good. So right as Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are about to use their summons, they all, like get ready and, like, what would be the right word? They get ready.
They got runner guys.
Sorry, they like power up, but they don't power up in this show. You know, they like squat down and jump real high.
They squat down and they take a big old ninja shit right there.
They just...
That's a 10 out of 10 from Super Kami Guru.
God, this is what we do. This is my Wednesday. This is my life. Anyway. There should really be a fan on in this room. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are all about to, like, use their summons, and Sakura just ends up breaking apart and starting to heal everyone, which we kind of expected since she's a Tsunade ripoff, in a way. It's kind of how I see it anyway at this point. And, you know, the three Sannin reference is just drilled into you this chapter, and I guess I was kind of over it. So when I started reading this chapter, and I was like, oh, fuck, like, every time they do something, everyone's going to say, oh, three Sannin. So that was a little old for me by the end of this chapter, because me and you, Corey, were talking about that last week, so I was kind of over that. So going into this chapter, like, those references were very strong. But anyway, Naruto and Sasuke, like, enter the battlefield, and as they enter, they end up counterattacking the Ten Tails trying to stop them.
So even though Naruto and Sasuke have been separated for a long period of time, and they've been really antagonistic towards each other, they're actually working together really, really well. We've seen in the last previous chapters that they were doing combining attacks and everything, and they do a really, really big one this week when they're attacking the Ten Tails. We get to see that Naruto uses his tried and true Rasen Shuriken, although he's using an Odama version, so it's a lot bigger. We get to see Sasuke is literally riding on the Susanoo that is riding on the snake, firing this giant Amaterasu arrow into the Rasen Shuriken. They both converge, and it turns into this, like, giant black shuriken made out of Amaterasu flames that slams into the Ten Tails. It's a really, really devastating attack, and I don't think it's going to be the end of the Ten Tails, and that's bullshit, especially because at the end of the chapter they have a little thing that says the Ten Tails is defeated. I don't think this is going to defeat it. It's still a really cool-looking attack.
So Naruto and Sasuke's attack ends up hitting the Ten Tails, and he's on fire, and he makes that standard, you know, Ten Tails, you know, sound we all know and love. That's all it says. So the last part of this chapter, we see Orochimaru come in, and he says, like, something about Tsunade. So it's assumed that he is, like, standing over her, and she's probably very close to dead or is dead. And there's, like, any number of things that could happen at this point. Either he could bring her back as an Edo Tensei zombie, he could heal her, or maybe do something to her. But this is a really, like, crazy, open-ended place that I really wasn't expecting this chapter to go. And it makes me really like this chapter. But if I have a few complaints, it's that it felt like there was only two big moves, and it went by way too fast. Now I have to wait another week for some more info. When we really didn't get to learn more, we just learned that Naruto and Sasuke are going to work together, and now, like, we're about to see a cool plot point with Orochimaru and Tsunade, and I got really interested in that. So can't wait for next week. I'd say a 8 out of 10.
I definitely agree. 8 out of 10 for me, too. It was still an exciting chapter, but you're right. It definitely felt rushed. We've definitely seen Naruto and Sasuke teaming up together, And we discussed this before we actually reviewed the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they have these really awesome summons, and they are cool, and the action here is great, I really don't think that's what's going to be the end-all for this battle. I don't think that Gamakichi is going to be the reason the Ten Tails is defeated. That's not to say I enjoy seeing him there. I think he's awesome. And I really love the fact that he's really, really arrogant now, and he's basically becoming the new Gamabunta. I love Sasuke's brand new snake design. It looks really, really awesome. It's a total ninja snake. The way it was just like dodging all of the 10-tail monsters and everything. It looked really, really awesome. The big technique at the end was pretty cool, and Sakura basically is Tsunade now. She did the same exact thing. Like, there were parts that like didn't need to be here. Like when the slugs were coming up, the ninja were like, "Oh, what is that?" Oh, we discussed this a couple hundred chapters ago. They're the slugs that heal you. Get it. All the other characters kind of reacting the same way we do, and they even did that one thing that they do a lot in Shonen Battle series, where when a really big attack is going and they're getting ready to fight someone big, all the characters have their own individual panel together, and they're all like, "Do it! Go for it! You can do it!" And they do this all the time. My mind went to Gurren Lagann immediately, like Simone drilling. That's where it went to. But still, the Orochimaru thing, I think that's what made this chapter a little more interesting, aside from the fact that it was just pure action.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to go back to this Tsunade thing because she has a giant fucking tree on top of her, and we don't know if she's alive or not. She shouldn't be. But this is a battle manga, and anything can possibly happen.
No one has organs.
Exactly. Exactly. And she's a medical ninja, so she probably has some tricks up her sleeve. And Orochimaru, he's a really good teammate to her. Even though they've had some problems in the past, I'm sure there's going to be something he can do to help. Maybe even rectify the horrible things that he's done, and he has done some horrible fucking shit. So that's the end of this one. Oh, and there's one more thing. Something that was really interesting. After Naruto and Sasuke got doing their big attack, it was really interesting the way that Sasuke reacted, because even though he's kind of a good guy now, he had this one line where he's like, "Burn it down." It's like all dark and evil. And even Sai is like, "Jugo, what the hell's up with Sasuke?" And Jugo's like, "Dude, I don't even know, man. I have no idea. I just miss Kimimaro."
Anyway, you guys, if you enjoy the review, make sure to give us a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. And until next time, Super Kami Guru 9000 out.